All right, welcome everybody. Week 1. Okay, it's the 5th of January 2020. Okay, so we've made it to a new decade, and this is going to be one of many videos. I've got a plan ahead every week. So every Sundays, I'll be posting weekly analysis where I'll be looking at around about 3 to 4 pairs, sometimes even 5 pairs. And then Tuesday Wednesdays, I'm going to be posting like weekly lessons, so 2 videos a week. And if you want to be make sure that you're not missing out on any of these lessons and analysis that's going to be coming out every week, twice a week, then be sure to subscribe, put the notification bell on, and look, I'm excited to be growing this channel. We're just starting out. Also, I want to let you know before we dive into the analysis here that I'll be doing updates on these analyses. Okay, so a lot of the analysis that you're going to be seeing see me do here on this channel, I'll be updating everybody through my Instagram stories. Okay, so be sure to check out the Instagram stories. Make sure you follow the Instagram page. I do these updates on pairs that I'm looking at, and so we're also looking to be growing the Instagram page as well. So look, I'm excited to be doing these videos and sharing a lot of the knowledge that that I've acquired over the past, how many years, like 7 years now, coming up to 8 years. So I'm super excited. Make sure you subscribe, put the bell notification on, and go ahead to the Instagram page and follow the page, because if you want to be updated and kind of kept up to date on what's happening on these pairs that I'm analyzing, then you don't want to be missing out. So make sure you go ahead and follow the page. Okay, so without further ado, let's dive straight into the charts. All right, everybody, we are going to be diving straight into doing these analysis on some of these currency pairs. Now look, this video isn't going to be based on, there's not going to be a whole bunch of lessons, or this video isn't specifically for lessons, tips and tricks and things that I use, or I'm not going to dive too deep into some of the things that I use to trade the financial markets, or the perspective, if you will. I'm just going to get into analyzing the market the way that I go about analyzing the market. And I'll be doing some commentary as I go along. So the point of this video is essentially for you to watch and learn what it is that I'm doing, and from time to time I might just chime in and explain what it is that I'm doing. But this is why you should go ahead and subscribe, because the videos that I'll be publishing over the next couple of weeks, separate to our weekly analysis videos, it's all really going to be based around some of the tools and some of the perspectives that I have when it comes to trading the market, understanding trends, understanding levels, understanding psychology, understanding market psychology, understanding your own psychologies, which I'm super excited to be getting into. So I don't want these analysis videos going on for too long, so let's get straight into analyzing euro dollar. We can see last week's candle closed fairly weak, so right off the bat, if I want to sell this, I want to sell on any potential retracement back into last week's candle. Okay, and then if I am to buy this, I want to buy this on a retracement back into last week's low, and possibly even a false break of last week's low. Okay, and this is just simply based on looking at 1 to 2 candles on the weekly time frame. Okay, it's very important that you learn how to read candles, and I'm not talking about just classifying a candle, meaning, oh, this looks like a pin bar and that's a pin bar. No, I'm actually saying, okay, this is how a pin bar has formed, regardless of whether it's a pin bar or an engulfing candle or a doji or whatever the candle is. It's far more important for you to be able to go into the candle and read what's happened in that candle. Okay, so a really nice time frame to get into, for example, a weekly candle is the 4 hourly. Okay, so that it gives us an ability to be able to read what's happened in that 4 hour in that weekly period. So last week candle, we can go into the 4 hourly and basically say, hey, well look, here's last week's candle, here's last week's open, last week's high, last week's low, and last week's close. Okay, this period separator on the 4 hourly represents 1 week worth of price action. Okay, and from here to up here is again the week before's price action. Okay, and so if we just look at this time horizon here, we can read what's happened over since early December. We can see we've kind of moved in this uptrending fashion. Okay, we can very clearly see that we've been moving in an uptrend fashion. Now if I was to say this, okay, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, what would you think is likely to happen next, just based on what we've been doing? Okay, higher highs, what's likely to happen next? Higher lows, okay, and so on and so forth. Okay, so here we can very clearly see on euro dollar, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. What is likely to happen? Higher highs, right? And so there we go. Okay, this is one of our analysis. This is a tool that I'm using. It's called the Fibonacci tool. I like to kind of simplify it and say that, hey, it's a ruler. Okay, what we're doing with this ruler is we're measuring from one turning point to another turning point and waiting for price to come back down, if we are to buy. Okay, we don't want to buy too high. That's what most people do. Most people buy too high, and that in itself requires a separate lesson. Okay, there's going to be so many lessons. I'm super excited to be sharing a lot of these lessons with you guys. Okay, most people buy too high. We don't want to be buying too high. We don't want to buy into a fast moving market. Okay, we want to remain patient. Okay, we want to remain patient. We just want to wait it out. Okay, we want to wait, we want to be patient and wait for price to come to us. And in this case, price has come down into this level. Okay, now price, it can shoot straight back up. You know, if price is to move up like this, it doesn't really just move up like that. It trends up. Okay, you know, no matter how much you might see, you know, even along here, price just shot up. You go zoom in deep enough, it didn't just shoot straight up, it oscillated. Okay, and there's a reason for this oscillation. Human behavior. Okay, price is always oscillating in between two extremes, psychological extremes, and it'll simply, I'll explain it. In fact, I'll put a quick diagram here of the emotional cycle. You know, people are going from being neutral to greedy to fearful to greedy to fearful to greedy, and that oscillation is something that we want to see when we look at the markets. Okay, when I look at the markets, I see human behavior, I see human feelings. Okay, what are people likely to be feeling? Because most people are losing money. Whether the market's going up, people are losing money, and whether the market's going down, people are losing money. Most people are losing money regardless of whichever direction the market's going. When everyone's fearful, look to be buying, and when everyone's greedy, look to be selling. Okay, which again is something that I want to get into more. So look, we've already established levels that we want to keep an eye out on. Okay, right here is the 61.8 level. Okay, so it's kind of retraced back down 61%. It's lost 61% of its value down here, relative to this move from here to here. It's lost 61%, 61.8% to be specific, of its entire value, before it's carried on going back up. Okay, now this is an ideal level that we want to be looking to be buying off from. And so let's go ahead and mark out this level. Okay, and this is really based on the 4 hourly. We might even see a trend may have initiated down here on the lower time frame, because we've got some time to, we've got some room to go down into the hourly, which I'll quickly do. But let's mark out these levels. And so throughout the week ahead, we want to be keeping an eye out on these levels. Okay, and these are very interesting levels, which again, you guys are going to be updated on this stuff. Be sure to be checking out the Instagram page. Okay, make sure you go ahead and check out the Instagram page, because it's on the Instagram page I'll be actually doing live commentary on these currency pairs. And understand that I don't take every single one of the pairs that I analyze. Yeah, I could be taking just one trade out of all the pairs that I analyze, and that's it. That's all I really need to hit targets. And so, I'll still be going out and doing live commentary on these pairs, just because it's fun to do so, and it helps my students and it helps you guys as well. Okay, so so we've marked out these levels. Okay, and if we just look back into the past history, these are okay levels. Okay, we have respected these levels in the past. Okay, and so these are good levels to keep an eye out on. And there's reasons as to why. We're not just saying, oh, it's a support level, let's buy from it. Okay, that's not what we're really saying. We're not saying it's a support level, let's just buy because it's a support level. There's a little bit more to it, which again, we're gonna there's not enough time to go over why, but this is another reason why you gotta subscribe. Okay, plenty of reasons as to why you should subscribe, because you don't want to miss out on any of these lessons. Remember, as I said, we want to build a case for both long opportunities and short opportunities. Okay, now if a trend is, let's say a trend has initiated, okay, a downtrend. How does a downtrend start? It starts off with price going down first, okay, then it goes up and then down and then up and down. Like we don't want to be buying or selling into too late into a trend. We don't want to do that. Okay, we want to sell as high as we possibly can. We want to buy as low as we possibly can. So in a downtrend, a trend is initiated by price just moving down. Okay, and if it's moved down, then we want to sell as high as we possibly can relative to this move. Okay, relative to this move. And so is it going to go up here and turn around? Is it going to go up here and turn around? Is it going to go all the way up here and turn around? Like, what is it going to do? So in this case here, you know, is price going to go up here and then turn around? Is it going to go all the way up here and turn around? Is it going to go all the way up here and turn around? Like, where is it going to turn around from, right? And so we go and do the same thing, but in the opposite direction. And this is really us building a case for both directions. Okay, we want to give ourselves some room, meaning we want to work our way down from a higher time frame, so that we're not, you know, too deep into it. And the higher the time frame, the levels, the more the higher the time frame, the levels, the higher the probability those levels become down on the lower time frame. Okay, so let's go ahead and you know, mark out these levels, because is this going to be a downtrend? Now we're going to come down and then move up and turn around from here, turn around from here. Like, where are we going to turn around from? Let's mark out these levels, predetermined levels, before the week has even started. This is what we do. This is the whole purpose of analyzing the markets, you know, every Sundays, or before the week starts, or before the day starts. You know, like what we're trying to take advantage of up around about here is something that's happened here. You know, price came down and then it went all the way up and turned around. Okay, is that going to happen again? All right. Maybe something like this, where price came down, it went all the way up and turned around, right? There's plenty of these. Price came down, it went all the way up, and it started ranging, but it went essentially all the way back up to these highs and then turned around. Even along here, price came down, it went all the way back up and turned around. Price came down, it went all the way back up and turned around. Okay, but you know, we're not looking at this in hindsight. Okay, because past profits don't you know, it isn't an indication of your future profits, and back testing, none of that stuff. Like what I've just done here doesn't mean anything. Okay, because every moment in the market is unique. Every moment in the market is unique, and some people disagree. Most people will disagree, but you know, make sure you subscribe to learn more about my perspective on some of the things that I'm sharing with you. Okay, so let's keep going. Okay, because I just heard the doorbell rang, and I think we've got some guests in the house. Okay, so these are levels we want to keep an eye out on. Okay, this is it. That's euro dollar. This is my analysis done. Okay, we are looking at these potential levels, okay, to be trading off from. Okay, and we're not just gonna take blind entries. Blind entries basically means just taking the trade just because price is at this level. We want more reasons. Okay, so we've kind of built a case as to why I want to go long and why I want to go short, and built a case and give some emphasis on these cases that we've built, and take high probability decisions as to why we want to take the trades, and wait for buying or selling reasons as to when price comes to these levels. We're essentially looking at candlesticks. Okay, how price is reacting at these levels. Okay, so this is euro dollar. Let's move on to pound dollar. Okay, we'll have a quick look at pound dollar. Okay, now pound dollar, I've been short on pound dollar. I mean, I still have this zone marked out, and this is really based on a monthly time frame. We've had price come down, go back up, very good, because we're moving down. Okay, now are we going to go back up here and turn around? And you know, on the monthly time frame, it's, you know, it looks like it hasn't really moved much, but down on the lower time frame, it's a significant move, and it's enough, because here we had price go up like that, and that was more than enough for me to, you know, have like a 1 to 5 or 1 to in fact the trade that I took was a 3 to 1 risk to reward. Okay, risk 1 to make 3. Closed off this trade a little bit sooner, but I was happy with it. Okay, and so now let's kind of look at how last week closed. we do see some weakness here, okay, and so we are going to look for possible opportunities to be selling this, okay. I would say opportunities to possibly buy this will be a little bit more on the higher time frame, so I will be looking at this level along here. In fact, I'm just going to mark it out in anticipation for buying opportunities, and I don't expect this to come in the week ahead, okay. So maybe in a couple of weeks or whenever. It doesn't have to, but it's predetermined. This is the level that I am actually looking to be buying off from. And then as we drop down into the 4 hourly, okay, or even daily, we can see, hey look, is this going to be an initiation for a downtrend? Have we started moving already? Okay, so let's flick things around and look at it in a different light, and we can see how nicely it's moved off from that level already. And so now you might think, well, you know, that's as high as we could have possibly sold. What if it's too late? If it's too late, we need to go and find the trend down into the lower time frame. We need to go even deeper. But for now, for the week ahead, I'm going to stick to this time frame. I'm going to keep an eye on these levels, these highs, okay, for opportunities to possibly go short, okay. So high time frame, long opportunities along here, okay. You know, one might say, well, you know, here we have higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, you know, maybe to look to buy along these levels, and you'd be right, okay. I guess I will be looking at these levels along here, okay, as we come down into this area of interest. We'll be looking for possible price reaction at those levels, and who knows, might be looking to take this long a little bit sooner than anticipated here, okay. And so boom, we've kind of marked out two perspectives, and you guys might have noticed already that, you know, I haven't even dropped down into the lower time frames because I look for entries down on those time frames, okay. I don't really, my analysis is done within the 4 hourly time frame, okay. From weekly, daily, down into the 4 hourly, my analysis is done, and it's down into the hourly 30-minute where I might look to take some entries or even scalp some entries. Notice I said scalp entries, meaning I scalp an entry. I don't scalp the market like actively scalping and stuff, okay. So that's pound dollar. These are the levels that we're going to be looking out for. Let's specifically move on to gold. So we'll start off on the weekly time frame, okay, and just look at last week and the week before. Super strong candles. It's so strong, is as if it wants to carry on going, okay. Just by reading, this is not, I'm not saying that because I want gold to go up, okay. I'm not saying because, you know, like there's no, it's a neutral perspective here. It looks, okay, trade what you see, not what you think or feel, okay. Trade what you see, not what you think or feel. So it looks so strong, it looks as if it wants to carry on going up, okay. Now if this thing is to carry on going up, where's the best place to be buying from? Where's the best place to keeping your stop losses? Like, how do you go about taking this this decision of looking to be buying gold? And if you want to sell it, look, I'll tell you this right now, like, yes, I remain neutral and I remain objective, and look, I want to look for selling opportunities because I'm doing both directions. You know, in this case here right now, like if we fib from the high to the low, like I'm not looking to sell until we get up to around about this level right here, okay. 15, 80, 83, 82, 15, 80, like that's the kind of zone vicinity that I'm looking for. So that's my short bias, okay. I'm not going to be looking to sell this until we get up to around about here, and hopefully we're long by then anyways, okay. Hopefully we're long by then, by the time we're looking for some shorts, but that's my short bias, okay. All right, so now we'll work our way down, and let's get rid of this, okay. We'll work our way down. On the weekly, we've closed super strong. Let's kind of go down to the daily and see, again, we're super strong. It's as if this thing is just want to carry on going back up, okay. Come down to the 4 hourly. Now look, I don't want to be buying too high. I'm just not going to buy it. I'm not sitting here feeling like, oh, you know, maybe I've missed out, or fear of losing out, or any of that stuff. No, okay. It's not, that's not the deal here, okay. This can go and fly away. There's always opportunities in the markets. If it's not in gold, then it's in something else, okay. And that's important for you guys to realize. Like, don't just stick with one pair and be like, yeah man, this is going flying up, and like, don't be impulsive basically, okay. So where do I want to buy from? So let's have a look at the trend. So as of right now, this, you know, we can say, you know, we've ranged, okay, ranged, and then boom, higher highs. Okay, now whenever it stops, we like, this is higher high, right? It hasn't created any higher lows, and this is from the 4-hourly perspective. Now it's circumstances like this where you might have to go down into the low time frame. It's called a runaway market. How do you take advantage of this? What if the market doesn't come down? Like, you know, we need to establish a clear trend. Okay, so we'll have to go down into the hourly and establish and find that clear trend, which we can now slowly start seeing a little bit of a clearer trend here. Okay, where it starts ranging along here. Okay, a little bit of range, boom, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. Okay, so range, higher lows. Now if I am to buy this, okay, I want to buy as low as I possibly can relative to this move to up here. Okay, now sometimes I'll just use you know, just one daily candle or a weekly candle. So in this case we can fib it from here, or we can even fib from here. Okay, for now, and I'll explain maybe in future videos as to why I'm using just the daily candle, but boom, these are levels that I want to look to be buying from, following price action. These are the levels that I want to look out for possible long opportunities coming into Monday. And if we carry on going up, then again I'll update you in the Instagram, because I do like trading gold. I was actually long from down here, so somewhere down in 14 40 area, 1450. Okay, down at these levels. Okay, I was long, and so I like trading gold, and it's something that I love. Okay, I understand. I kind of, there's a lot of history behind gold, and watching its price is fun. Okay, so this is what we're looking at on gold. I want to make sure that we're not going over too long, and so these are long levels that we're looking at. We've always established short levels. I don't want to be looking to go short here, and if something does occur and price reacts at specific price levels in specific ways, then I'll be sure to point it out. And the best place to update you guys on this is on Instagram, so make sure you go and follow the Instagram page. And that brings us to the end of this week's weekly analysis. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Look, if you have any questions, any queries, any maybe questions about what we've kind of covered today, please do go ahead and leave your questions or any comments in the comment section below. I'll be more than happy to answer any of your questions and queries. And for those of you who may have found that I haven't covered a particular pair, then go ahead and reach out to us on Instagram, okay, because we're just one message away from analyzing a pair that you might be interested in, or that you might be looking at right now, and you might want a different perspective and an opinion. So please do go ahead and message us, shoot us a message on Instagram. Make sure you follow and you like and subscribe here on YouTube. And look, stay tuned, because next week I'm going to be releasing another video, an educational based video, something that's going to allow you to understand more about how we go about analyzing the markets. And so look, that's it from me, Mamoon Ahmed. Thank you very much for watching. Bye for now.